Hey, this is Robert. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Solomon Shrine podcast because we have another cast member that is joining us today. You might recognize his voice as being that ominous narrator play for your life. This is I'm so sorry. Is it Hakim?
So it's Hakim. It was
Hakim.
briefly changed to Hakim, I think, in the 60s, 70s, due to, family wanting to seem more American and assimilate. But my dad changed it back. So it's Hakim.
So yeah, this is the Hakim GM Solomon Shrine narrator. Thank you so much for joining us on today's little episode.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Yep, anytime. And normally we'd be kind of doing the clothes get up, but it's way too hot. And also, I'm just like, you know what? I think we kind of got the point across at this point. So,
Appreciate it. Appreciate you looking out for my sanity and health here. See, it's like 100 degrees here today.
oh my, yeah, because I'm seeing your booth and it's like, oh my gosh, wow.
It's hot. It's hot. Yeah, it's hot. So this feels much better.
Yeah, so you're in the East Coast, which I did not even know until like literally a few minutes before we got on here.
I mean, we worked it out, right?
Yeah, we
As
did.
voice
Yeah.
actors, we're communicating with people all over the world, and it's sometimes you get your wires crossed. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I had to talk to somebody who's on Central Time like a few hours before this, and now somebody who's on the East Coast, and I'm still working with folks that are like based in Japan, Australia. So it's insanity, man.
Yeah,
It really
yeah,
is.
it is.
So yeah, I'm just really excited to finally talk with you. I mean, I know that we did that one little short teaser, but getting to actually speak to each other like person to person, well, face to face is
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know what? Hey, let's go.
yeah,
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 exactly, face to face.
yeah.
So yeah, I do definitely got a lot of questions for you. So first thing on the agenda, I can talk. First things first. How's your 2025?
It's going great. 2025 has been just the best year yet for me. And professionally, things are really taken off this year. I'm seeing a lot of results of the building that I've been doing over the past couple of years, which has been great. But I'm always at it, always trying to do more. So yeah, things are good. I'm feeling good.
Yep, same here. I mean, you know me, I've got this going on, and then also just booking a couple of auditions.
Nice.
Just yeah, just just making sure that I'm staying on top of everything. Just how can I put this? I'm trying to reevaluate just everything, like just building the little tool sets, just trying to get some demos done, and on top of adding more stuff to the resume. So it's good. Everything's good. I
Yeah,
mean, I
it's
know
great.
that, yeah, sorry,
No,
continue.
I saw that when your casting call went out, it was like
Oh my
nice and
God, yeah.
polished, and it was, it was sent out by like a casting agency. You're growing this thing. It was cool. Cool to see.
Oh yeah. I mean, I really got to give it to Michaela, man. Like, she and I just really started clicking right away, and we just knew exactly what type of project we want this to be, and just have it be as crisp professional as I could possibly make it. So I'm just really glad that I have the really stellar cast that y'all might have already seen on my channel. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. It's just really popping off.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. That's great to hear. It's always good when people, when you can sort of see the fruits of your labors. That's great.
Absolutely, man. So I guess to also piggyback this off of, 2025. I mean, I know that a lot's been happening, but at the end of the day, I'm just really happy that, hey, strike is over and we're just starting to have more protections, against AI and everything. And we're just kind of slowly but surely starting to see some sort of semblance of normalcy just kind of returning. Who knows how long, but yeah, you never know these days. I mean, we've been through a pandemic, so yeah,
Yeah.
there's. Yeah,
No, it's good.
anything can happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely the industry. Anytime the future is fraught with uncertainty, but
Yep.
the world hasn't exploded yet. There's been a lot of strife for thousands of years of human history, but yeah, I know. I think we'll figure it out.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess on that note, just to pick this up on a more positive note, because you did mention, a lot of stuff that you've been working on. What would you say are some of the ones that you consider to be, just kind of very creatively fulfilling or challenging in a way, and some that you're just absolutely just, oh my God, I'm just so, I can't believe I did this. The ones that you're really the most excited about, not just for this year, but just as of, recently.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What can I talk about?
Yeah, the stuff that you can talk about. That's
Right. I
that's
know.
the catch.
That's the thing. So I've done a ton of audiobooks this year. That's sort of like my bread and butter. I'm a former English teacher, so reading reading books is like amazing. I can't believe I get paid to do it. It's great. It's just a lot of fun. So I just actually yesterday was the release day for my first ever lit RPG title from Tantor. Yeah, I know it's super exciting. So that was great because I've been playing like Final Fantasy and D&D since I was like 8 years old, in like the early '90s. So um, getting to read a book that's all about like progression and leveling up and like upgrading your stuff and like going out and just destroying bad guys and all with sort of like that confidence that like nothing's ever going to go horribly wrong. It's like one of those where like you're good, the good guys are going to win. It's just a matter of when and how. Um, Sort of lighter sort of reading like that. It was great. So I've been trying to get into lit RPG for a while. I was really thankful to Tantor for hiring me for that, and it came out yesterday. So that to me is kind of the shining star right now.
Man, congratulations, my dude.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean like an RPG title. I mean that's like whoa.
It was fun. I mean, it's fun. Not audiobooks I know aren't for everybody. Sitting there and reading 300 pages, um, is a labor of love to be sure, but it's something I love. So
I mean, hey, as long as you love it, that's pretty much the thing that really, I mean, it matters. You know what? As long as you love doing it, then hey, why complain?
yeah, you
You know what
bet.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, 'Cause yeah, I've done some audiobook stuff and yeah, it's a journey because not that I'm saying that it's completely just like, oh my gosh, it's so much work, but it's more like, you kind of learn some stuff that you may not have learned when you were in school. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not for everybody. That's for sure.
Yeah. Especially
Different
when you
than
learn about like diseases or just we were talking about world history,
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like
disasters.
you're always learning. You're reading,
Yeah.
you're always learning. I love learning. I was a student for a long time. I was a teacher for a long time. It's great. Like it's great to be able to like read and educate yourself and enjoy a story. I mean, after all, whether it's an audio drama or a video game or whatever, everything's a story. Like books, I guess folk tales were the progenitors of that, but books really have been that medium for a long time, and yeah, I just love immersing myself in it and saying, like sit back, pull up a chair, relax, let me tell you a story. Like it's great. I love being that for people.
Yeah, for sure. And I also kind of wanted to ask you, like, regarding because with RPG and everything, would you say that that's kind of like something that you were always a fan of when you were young and you kind of, yeah, let me hear your story because I already
Yeah,
know it's going to be interesting.
yeah. I mean, I can't really explain it. Well, I guess let me try to explain it. So I had a friend growing up named Matt, and Matt had a Game Boy. I didn't have a Game Boy. I had an NES, the original NES. And he had a Game Boy, and he had a game for it called Final Fantasy Adventure. It was like a black and white. game on the tiny little Game Boy
Oh
screen.
yeah, yep.
And in that
We
game,
all
you
love
could
those
like
Game Boys.
you could get an
Yeah.
inventory of potions and like weapons and armor and stuff, maybe even spells. The details to me are fuzzy at this point because it was 1991. But I remember just loving this game. I don't know what it was. I was obsessed with it. And so I would always play it with him when we get together. And then eventually we started playing like really basic D&D. We played Hero Quest. Like if you remember that old board game, I don't know, maybe I'm dating myself by saying Hero Quest. I know it was recently re-released. But just any of that like monster fantasy stuff. I read The Hobbit at the same age when I was 8 for the first time, and read The Lord of the Rings right after. I don't really know how much I understood when I was 8, but I read them. And I got some of the things out of it. And it's just that's always been so interesting to me. Like playing a character, leveling up, seeing the progression, like getting stronger and going on an adventure. That was always just something that spoke to me. So, getting to narrate that kind of book, certainly hope I can do many more.
Yeah, you know what? Just keep on putting yourself out there and see the fruits of your labor come to be.
Yeah, thank you. I hope so. And for you too. And
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, just always putting yourself out there. That's pretty much the first piece of advice that I could say to everybody right now. Like, if there's something that you want to do, just get out there and do it.
yep.
Just
No
simple
one's
as that.
stopping you but yourself. Yep.
Exactly. Like, we're our own worst critics, man. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, you bet.
Yeah. Um, and I know that there's a lot of discussions about like imposter syndrome and everything. So for you, I kind of wanted to know, like, what is something that in order to flip it on a more positive way, um, something that has been really helping you along the way whenever you start, whenever these moments would kind of creep in every so often, and how you're able to, manifest it into something in a little bit more positive. Yeah, just really carrying it, with voiceover and just work around it and apply
Yeah.
some helpful, workarounds of combating
Sure.
it. Because I know we
Sure.
all have stuff.
Oh God, we all have it. I mean, I have it a lot, and even when you
Yeah.
look at like A-list celebrities, they even have it.
Hmm.
Like I was hearing Paul Giamatti interviewed on
Oh
NPR
yeah.
recently, and
Hmm.
he was
Yeah.
saying, "Can I tell you?" Because they were like, "Oh, I think it was on Fresh Air. Maybe it wasn't. Anyway, some NPR show, and they were like, "What a great long career you've had, and you've done all these things, and now you've been a bit character for a long time, and you're a lead character, and all this stuff." And he said, "Can I tell you how many times I've auditioned for Law and Order? And I have never once been cast on a Law and Order episode." And I feel like that's the gateway. Like everybody has been on Law and Order. Every actor has had like a cameo except me. So to me, that said, wow, like Paul Giamatti of all people, who's been in everything, super famous and really good actor, cannot get cast on Law and Order. And so to me, that just says like, you know what? Sometimes a role just isn't for you. Like it's okay. And I don't know why it was that interview that sticks with me, but like you can't, it's out of your hands. Like you audition, it's out of your hands. And if you don't get picked, I mean, it could be because you suck, but probably it isn't. And probably it's because someone else was just better or fit the role better or was sort of what the director, the casting director had in their head beforehand. I mean, what you'd have no idea. So like you can't beat yourself up about that. And, in terms of imposter syndrome, like also, like I aspire to do and be some of the things that I see those above me doing and being. And I know that there are others who aspire to do and be where I am. And so, like, as much as I feel like "Ugh, I'm not worthy to be here, I know that others are even above me are feeling the same way. And that others, who are coming sort of behind me are saying, boy, I wish I could be where GM is. And I think everybody has that, right? Everyone's in the middle of a spectrum somewhere with, aspirations on one side and success where they are that other people are aspiring to. So it's just, I mean, having that perspective, I think, is so important because otherwise you'll drive yourself crazy feeling like I need more and more and more and more. Um, And I think I even said I'm always trying to do more before in the podcast, but in a healthy way, I think, because, after all, like it's fun. Like the job is fun. It's legitimately a cool job. And I think understanding that like you're lucky to be here and you're happy to do what you're doing and like people are deriving enjoyment from what you're doing, I mean, we don't all have to be Chris Pratt, right? In order to have a successful career. Like some people enjoy what you do and some people that are not your mom, that's should be enough. It's good if your mom likes it too, but
I'm just gonna say right now, um, going back to the Paul Giamatti, you said? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's so you want to know how many it's not just with Paul, but I would just listen to interviews all the time with so many like some of the top class actors out there and they're just like, "Oh, wow. I got to go compete against like I mean, this has happens all the time where it's like, oh, I'm competing against Robin Williams or like Jim Carrey or Eddie Murphy and all of these, Jack Nicholson and a lot of the guys that have been really at the top of their game for years. And they would you would kind of hear the story of like, man, I'm just like I was almost on Breaking
Mhm.
Bad, and all kudos to Bryan Cranston, but that was man had I known how big it was going to be, like I would have loved to have. Yeah, you just hear stories like that all the time, and in moments where I'm just like, man, wouldn't it be great if I was on like the what's that circus show? Like Amazing, the digital circus
Mhm.
show. And by the way, shout out to Sean Jet Black, who I still cannot believe I'm going to be working with on Sullivan, which is insane. Yeah, just so many of the factors that are just being in play here. Like, man, it would just be fun to be on this or this da 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 da. But at the end of the day, I think we all just kind of have to really step back and really think about what so far we've accomplished because I know that today I woke up and I'm here living and there's millions out there who literally aren't really as fortunate. I mean, there's
Yep.
wars, genocides, famine. So every time you think like, "Oh, I wish I was that." I just think to myself, "Okay, I everything's not great right now, but there's there's so much out there that I just can't even comprehend and you don't know what somebody might be going through mentally or just
Right.
physically. So this is
Totally.
a lot of the stuff that you got to really keep in mind. It's like, man, it's just learning the art of gratitude and grateful and just learning the art of gratitude. I was just telling this with somebody today. We're learning the just discipline, gratitude, and just a lot of joy just can really take you so it really does go a long way and it can
Yeah.
just really take you to places that you never even expected.
Totally. I agree. I mean, I think you really have to be just thankful for where you are and
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
understanding that like,
Yeah.
I like because did this project or I did this bit of work. I mean, whether you're in voice acting or any other field, whether you're an accountant or whatever, like you do a job that is done and people think it's pretty good, like that's good. That means you deserve to be there, like you put in the work, you deserve to be there, and if you're going to approach something, it's going to be with some level of competence. Probably I mean, actually, I was going to say, well, accountants probably don't get as many naysayers as voice actors, but actually, if an accountant messes up, it's a really big deal. If someone doesn't like my performance in something, whatever, some people are going to like it, some aren't. Probably not as big as an accountant messing up. Um, so there's your perspective, I guess.
Yeah, and man, accountant, pretty interesting.
Yeah, but no, but I'm really thankful for it, and trying to feel like I belong and just sort of tell myself, yeah, like
Yeah.
I belong. I'm good at this. I can do it. Positive self-talk, I think, is really important.
Yeah. And to segue into the next question here, would you say that what you just said to me right now is something that you cherish so much after being in the voiceover business for all these years?
My God, I have wanted to do this. I started actually pursuing voiceover in 2007. I started taking classes. I made my first commercial demo in 2008. So I was actually kind of ahead of the curve, but at that point, I didn't have like coaching, mentoring. Well, I had like coaching for acting coaching, but not like business coaching. I didn't really know what to do with my demo once I got it. And I just sort of let it flounder and let it, go by the wayside as my life kind of took a different turn. And I was like, I remember that cool thing I did. That was fun. Um, I really wish I had picked it up sooner, but when I finally kind of came back around to it, the pandemic was an inflection point for me, as I think it was for a lot of people in their lives. And for me, it sort of led me to say, remember that demo I made? Maybe I should actually like really like look into it and really start pursuing that. Yeah, and so do I cherish it? Of course, every day. I love what I do. I love this. I'm never gonna leave this. This is the thing I'm gonna do until I die. So I'm very, very thankful. It's what I was sort of always meant to do. Whatever that means. It's the thing that really motivates me. I just
Yeah.
didn't know what it was or how to do it, and I do now, and I'm really thankful.
Yeah. So with video games, like, would you say that it just takes you back to when you were a kid, and it just reminds you why you just love storytelling and acting, or just doing all this crazy stuff that you're doing?
Yeah, yeah, video games are great. I've been cast in a few really great video games. It's something I want to do more of. Because yeah, I mean, super fun. My all-time goal would be to be in a Final Fantasy game because that was the franchise to me that was like my most most played game. But really, yeah, I mean, just inhabiting a character and then having people play, yeah, video games are such, I think, an important part of so many kids' lives that to be able to like bring enjoyment to them through that, like how cool to be able to do that or like go to a convention and have, fans be like, oh, you were the voice of whatever random thing in Minecraft. Or I don't even know if Minecraft has voices, but whatever, things like that, like I just think that's to be able to have a positive impact on people and be meaningful to them, and yet maintain some level of anonymity that you can still have a private life. Like I don't want to be an A-list actor. I don't want. I want to make sure that I can still have a private life, right? That to me that's something that's important to me. So being able to do that through voice, I think, is incredible.
Yep, right there with you. And that's something that's been really keeping you just so full of positivity just throughout yeah, in all the years that you've just been doing voice acting and just like I said, just been doing all this, you know, wibbly wobbly nonsense for since
Hmm.
like '07 and '08 and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a long time that I sort of put this to the side, and I wish I hadn't. But you can't go back, and you can't change the past. You just, I didn't. I wanted to start in 2008. I didn't. I started in 2020, 21, and I mean, that's it. You can't go back, right? So I'm doing the best that I can with what I've got now. You can't cry over spilled milk, and you just got to do the best with what you can from here into the future.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. So, since this technically is the shrine, the podcast where I kind of talk a little bit about the project,
Yeah.
yeah, since we kind of worked together on that short little like teaser or so, like I think it's gonna be 2 years, I think. So, yeah, that's just crazy how time flies.
I know.
So when because I'm trying to remember the casting process because I know I've sent it out on like Twitter and this was back when I had a Twitter. Haha. Yeah, and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm just trying to think back to the first time that I actually did the casting to the first teaser that I did, which you can find on my YouTube. I had to change it to like let's just say the prologue because I just had to rename it recently. What was something that kind of, since you are kind of a storyteller and everything, what was something that kind of, drew you, that captured you about the series, just out of curiosity?
I mean, I think any like like woods story, like kids
Hmm.
story is going to be
Yeah.
interesting, like inherently. I like
Yeah.
camping. I mean, I camped as a kid. I camp, with my family now. So it's always, thankfully nothing weird like that has ever happened. But I think it's just like a fascination we all have about like what's out there in the woods, like since time immemorial, like since we lived in little towns and city states, it was always like, oh, here there be dragons on the map, or like what's outside the town walls in the woods. Like it's just always been a human fascination with like, what's unknown. So that was really cool. And then, you know, the ability I'm not like Don LaFontaine or anything, far from it, but the ability to be like in the woods, it's like, oh, this has an attraction, I think, for anybody to sort of do a promo read because you hear them, they're so ubiquitous, you hear them everywhere, and you're like, whoa, I did a promo read. Like, what will happen next on, upcoming up on Solomon Shrine. Just, I don't know, it's fun. It's fun. It's like playing. It's just fun.
I kind of pictured this being like a next time on Solomon Shrine, William goes into a maze and he's gonna lose his mind. Willie, who knows?
Right, totally.
Find out
I mean,
next time on Solomon Shrine Z.
yes, exactly. And you got that was what I was gonna say, like the old Saturday morning cartoons, like, will our heroes vanquish the evil
Well, they
beast?
eventually get
Find
out of
out
this
next week.
alive. Oh,
Yeah, find out next time on whatever show.
whatever that
So,
is.
yeah.
Yowzas! Scoop of the day. I don't know why
Yeah,
I'm going through this
exactly.
like radio announcer here, but yeah. Although that kind of does give me an idea for an episode. Anyways, and I just really think that, with doing projects like this, and doing all of these different, just kind of a take or interpretation, and just really just kind of doing something different outside of your comfort zone, which is another thing that I wanted to share to y'all. Because I haven't really done a lot of horror or mystery or anything like that, so this is kind of like the first big foray into, that little territory. So, and I just think that it's probably the most fun that I've ever had, just because I've cast and worked with clients, just casting for freelance stuff, but doing something that is kind of like my own brainchild is kind of
Mhm.
something else entirely. So I, once again, really proud with what's come out so far, and I'm looking forward to y'all to see what's gonna be happening in the next couple of months. With episodes, short. Yeah, just stick around if you can, or if you dare.
Find out next month on Solomon Shrine.
Oh man, what if I did that?
No, definitely too
It's
campy.
yeah. What if we did that for like when I put out the prologue? That would be interesting. But
We could
yeah,
do some
but
we could do some outtakes. We could do a couple. Anyway.
yeah, like outtakes. Oh boy, I wish I included outtakes, but then again, I didn't want to distract from the story because
Hmm.
I'm so picky.
Yeah, I think we all
Yeah,
are with our own creative endeavors. We
exactly.
definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I guess to close this out, any last bit of advice that you wanted to share to those that are curious about giving this a shot, or
You
just
mean you
doing
mean
anything
voice
in
acting?
life? Well, not just voice acting, but just anything in life.
Oh,
Just it applies for
advice for
anything.
anything in life.
Yeah, for just anything in general.
Well, that's really broad.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if I could just tell you one thing that has been really helpful to me, and that's having a growth mindset. That's this theory espoused by this woman, Carol Dweck. We used it a lot in education, but having a growth mindset, having the mindset that you can grow and you can learn new things, like, using the word yet as a powerful tool. Like, someone might say, I'm not good at that. And you can counter with, I'm not good at that yet. I haven't put the time into it. I haven't studied it. I haven't learned about it. I haven't tried it enough times. So, it's not getting such a fixed mindset where you're like, I'm good at this, I'm not good at that. Obviously there are a couple things for me. I'm horrible at drawing. But um, if I took the time, I could improve. I'm not ever going to be as amazing as someone who's naturally talented at it. But I know that I can be passable if I really spent the time. And so I think that, just having a growth mindset, like not everything is fixed. In fact, most things are not fixed. And you keep changing as you get older in ways that you don't know because it's the future. So just sort of being open to change and knowing that you can learn and change with time, I think is really important. And I think it's a really healthy mindset to have, and it's certainly helped me.
For sure. And what social media or anything that you wanted to, I guess, plug projects and all that self
Sure.
promo crap?
Sure. Thank you. You can find my website at www.gmhakim.com. That's gmhakim.com. The M's are as in mother. And all my social media is linked there. My demos are all there. Examples of my work, my IMDb page, all the links come from my website. So that's the place to go. And I hope you will visit and say hi to me on social media if you can find me, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
Yeah. And I usually do an outro for this, so you could just say your name, list of projects you've done. And this is Solomon Shrine Podcast with me, Robert Jackson, if you're so generous to do it.
Sure. Can you repeat the things that you would like me to say?
Okay, so my name is GM. I'm sorry.
Hakeem.
Your name, Hakim, and list projects that you've been a part of. And this is Solomon Shrine Podcast with Robert Jackson. And since I have you on here, if you also like to do the tagline that I use for the prologue, feel free to do so too.
Okay. Can you remind me what that is?
It's Solomon Shrine, play for your life. I think
Okay.
that's what, yeah,
All
something
right.
like that.
So here we go. Let me pull up this list of credits. I'm going to have to just pull this up real quick
Yeah,
because I didn't have this in my mind. Okay.
no worries. Yep, it was Solomon Shrine, play for your life. Wahahaha, evil laugh. Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
This is GM Hakim. Uh, sorry. Let me do that again. What do you want? You want a list of projects? Like what kind of projects?
I mean, just list off some of your most
Oh, okay.
notable. Yeah.
Cool. This is GM Hakim. I have been the voice of Doctor Strange in Marvel Snap and am several voices in Foreteller Games Gloomhaven Second Edition board game narrative companion. Uh, next part, I guess you can put this together. Uh, oh, this has been the Solomon Shrine podcast with Robert Jackson. Solomon Shrine, play for your life.
Thank you so, so much.
That was a
Yeah,
little
you've heard
messy,
it
but
here.
we'll fix it in post.
Like, messiness is is the best thing. It makes for the best content, you know what I mean? Like, if it was nice and perfect, like peachy keen, then it wouldn't
Yeah,
really be a fun podcast now, would it?
that's right.
But yeah, I don't have much else to say. I mean, first off, also congrats on the Marvel thing. Like that is also pretty stinking huge.
Thank
So
you. Yeah,
yeah,
thank you.
no mess. That probably must have been like, oh my God, wow.
Yeah, that's incredible. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I still can't believe for this some of this stuff that everybody has that one moment where they're just like, did I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on that note, thank you so much for. Oh, do you have any final anything?
I'm good. I think I interrupted you, so take it on the outro.
Okay, yeah. So thank you so much for watching Solomon Shrine, the podcast that is. Stick around for more coming soon. And yeah, this is Robert Jackson, and have a lovely rest of the summer. Stay cool, stay awesome. God loves you. God bless. And yeah, play for your life.
Play for your life. Play for your life.
Play for your life, Solomon Shrine. Bye bye, all you foolish mortals. Take care, sleep well, sweet dreams. And yeah, adios.
Adios.
Hi.